So something you guys don't know about me is that I used to own an adventure race company. We used to put on a nighttime run with neon lights and all these types of things. It was actually a pretty cool run. But our first one was a disaster. And here's what happened. We had this 5K course, right? And it was on a property where it was very dark. And we underestimated how dark the property was going to be at night. So when we were putting up all our neon lights and our idea for what the course was going to look like, once we turned the lights on and the sun went down, we realized, geez, there's some pretty dark areas on this course. And again, it was our first business, our first adventure race that we were putting on. So in one of the areas where there was a little darkness, we put a lamp. We just, last second, we're scrambling and everything. So we go and grab this lamp and we connect this lamp to a generator. So we had one lamp in a corner connected to a generator. And I think we put like a poster out there or something as well. It was horrible. Like it was just, we put on a bad one. And so we ended up having to give people discounts to the next one, refund some people and everything like that. But one of the things I'll never forget, one of the comments on our Yelp reviews that I'll never forget is someone said, and it was just simple, and it said, come on guys, you had a lamp connected to a generator in a corner. And it was just like, I don't know why that stung so hard. I felt the sarcasm and the anger in what the person was saying, and I just always thought about that. So for every run moving forward after that, we knew like we need to make sure we go here a couple of days before, set up everything, then when the sun goes down, we get to see it and everything. But I'll never forget that person saying, come on, guys, you had a lamp connected to a generator in a corner. That is exactly what I think when I see this member of the military walking in Donald Trump's parade holding a drone. I think, come on, guys. You have a guy holding a drone. Like, I just think this guy is walking through a parade, holding up a drone. You mean to tell me all of the people involved in this, every person involved in this, no one thought, how about we have someone flying this drone over this guy's head, flying it around the crowd? And I mean, we've seen drone shows for the 4th of July, for New Year's that are amazing. We see drones creating pictures of bunnies in the sky. Yet in 2025, Donald Trump, at his birthday parade, has a member of the military walking around holding a drone like this. And someone made a very funny comment in one of my comments on my last video. And they said, I wonder if he was making drone noises. Could you imagine? This dude's holding the drone. He's just like, bzzz. Gosh, no one thought this was tacky. I cannot, every time I think of that parade, that's all I think about. I cannot stop laughing at that. No one thought, all the people, every person who this entire, because this thing was choreographed. This thing was to the T. Everything that happened there, they knew was going to happen. You mean to tell me there was not one person in that chain of people who saw this part of it and said, we're going to have someone walking holding a drone? We're going to have someone walking holding a drone like a third grader with a new airplane, but in 1905. When airplanes couldn't actually fly. We didn't have remote control airplanes and stuff like that. But now we have remote controls that'll allow a drone to you can set a GPS and tell that drone what to do. You don't even need a person who knows how to fly something. You just need someone to clock it, to just tap in what that drone needed to do in the air, and that drone could do it. And you mean to tell me no one said, this is tacky as hell. We should not have a member of the military carrying a drone in this parade that is supposed to show all of our military might. Could you imagine Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin, who are probably laughing their asses off at this thing, going, and they had someone carrying the drone, making drone noises. He was going, bzzz. I don't know. That's my best Vladimir Putin, but my goodness, I just cannot stop laughing. I mean, you guys tell me, of all the things you saw from this horrible parade, what was the worst part of it? What was it? The squeaky tank rolling through the quiet, non-existent crowd? Was it the huge stage with this huge acreage of area with no one on it to watch the performers? Was it, Donald Trump falling asleep? Was it Marco Rubio yawning? Was it the guy vaping behind Donald Trump? There was literally a member of the Secret Service or a congress member. I don't know who it was. I'd have to look at the video again. He was vaping behind Donald Trump. I mean, what was the worst part of it for you? And I want to give a shout out to Tennessee Brando. Tennessee Brando made a video and he said, you know what? I'm not going to talk about how horrible the parade was. I'm going to talk about how great the No Kings protests were. And I got to say, man, you're a stand-up guy for that. And I appreciate that. And I think that is a great idea. And maybe I'll get back to doing that. Maybe I'll be less petty and I'll make a video about just the No Kings protests and how awesome they were, because they were. But I just can't get off of the pettiness of making fun of this horrible ass birthday parade. I mean, Donald Trump has to be furious of all the videos that he is seeing of so many of us making fun of this shit, because it was absolutely horrible. A gosh damn dude holding a drone in his hand. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in their heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.